Aye.
Oh.
Yeah. I've got a confession to make, and I thought this would be the perfect place to do it.
You have a confession to make? Did you say you have a confession to make?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, man, what you eating?
I'm eating summer wells. She's been in my freezer for 3 years. I said I can't. No voice this script. No.
Dude, what's wrong with you? You got some fucking mental issues. For real. This is some motherfucker from over in the UK, right? Sitting there fucking eating a plate of worms. That's what it looked like to me. Eating a plate of worms. He got the confession to make. I didn't hear no confession, man. I know you're still watching. You one sick motherfucker. Come back. I'd like to speak to you some more. I got something to say to you. There you are. I'm taking pictures of you. I know everything in your background with you. I'm looking for your confession. Yeah, those will be turned over to law enforcement. That'll all be turned over to law enforcement. Even in your country, Dick. What the fuck's wrong with your teeth, man? You need to brush them bitches. They be all gapped up and shit. Yeah, that's nasty. That's fucking nasty. You ugly. He's just like sitting there eating like dog food or something. He looked like a hound dog too. Then he's straight up showing me some, oh, he's getting aggressive with it now. You getting aggressive with it now, dog. You getting aggressive with it now. You're disgusting. Yeah. You need maid service, man. You need some maid service. What the hell? You got food all over your house? You just run the fuck around and eat all over the place? What the hell? Okay, we're going to listen to your confession.
Listen, I killed Summer Wells. I chopped her up, and I put her in the freezer in little bags. And, you know, I've just been putting her on the barbecue ever since. You know, fucking lighting that shit up, fucking smoked, seasoned. You know, you should always try a bit of seasoned well. I call it Summer Wellington.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, Summer Wellington.
Straight up? That's what you did to her? Really?
Yeah, I mean, I would say I'm sorry, but, you know, you're going to be like that bitch soon, because you sound quite old, so you'll be dead soon. So it's like everyone dies. Just deal with it.
And it's sick.
Then they'll die of dehydration. It's all good.
You say that you killed this little girl?
That's right.
And that you've been putting her on the barbecue
I horrifically killed her. Horrifically.
Yes, the motherfucker.
You horrifically did it, right?
Yeah, and then I put her in my suitcase, and then I went back to the UK.
Back to the UK? Is that where you're at now? Is in the UK?
No, I'm in Belgium right now. But
You're in Belgium?
give me a minute.
I'm so glad you're just admitting all this because I have your IP address.
Okay, perfect. Then you do know, but I can use it in VPN at any time, which would mask my IP address.
Your last name is Davison?
No.
Yes, it is. I can see it.
I'm sorry, do I look like Faith? Do I look like a girl?
Your last name is Davison.
Okay.
I'm sure that law enforcement will be probably knocking at your door. You don't come out.
They're going to knock at my door, and they're going to be like, okay, right, so we've had some complaints online. And I'm going to be like, what?
They're not going to say we had some complaints. They're going to say we got your face admitting that you've done something to a 5-year-old little girl. A confession out there on YouTube. How sick are you?
Where do you think this is going to go? Honestly, do you think this is going to get me charged with the murder of Summer Wells?
You confessed to it, not me. You dumb son of a bitch. You're the one that said you done it, right?
You're an intelligent son of a bitch. You never know.
No, you're not intelligent. If you were intelligent, you wouldn't be as ugly, stupid.
Hey, yo, big up Stephen Ralph.
Right?
Big up Keemstar.
You're disgusting, man. Absolutely disgusting.
How do you know
sexy? Look.
Here's another one. What do you want, AK?
Hey, I want to shout out to you. I do like that you keep on pushing Summer, just like everybody else, but you know, the tragedy pimps, you know all about that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Did you hear this other guy on here saying that confessing to doing something horrible to this little girl?
Yeah, no, it's crappy, poopy shit.
Listen.
And you know, I'm sick of people like this girl is missing.
Yes,
I've been listening to it for a long time. I've been on a lot of people's chat. What makes me sick is these people are just making money. I'm not saying you. I'm not.
I hope not, because it cost me to run this channel. You don't see no cash apps here, do you, baby?
No.
Absolutely
No,
not.
But you do cuss like a sailor, and I love it.
That I do.
I'm hearing them real, but like this has got to stop. Oh my God, this poor
I know it has
child,
got to
this
stop. We all know
family.
Summer Wells is dead. It's just a waste of taxpayers' money.
Why don't you shut up? You just confessed to being the one that did it, right? So you need to shut the fuck up.
I don't think there's taxpayers' money. I think they're trying to find a child, dude.
This little girl needs to be found, and I hope it ain't in your belly, you piece of shit.
No, she won't be found then.
You're a sick fucking bastard.
Oh,
Sick.
yeah, I like it when you call me that.
Yeah, I bet that does turn you on. You look like that kind of
yeah,
freak.
baby.
You really do. Man, your fucking teeth alone would turn me
You're like
around.
Summer Wells.
Your fucking teeth alone would turn me around, going in the other direction.
Well, guess what? There will be no other direction.
You motherfucking man. I ain't never seen nothing like you. You're just
Take a boat,
I
take
know
some
I'm
cheese,
fabulous.
and live in our country, bro.
Yeah, I thank God this dick don't.
Listen,
But I
Summer
feel
Wells is
sorry, I
dead.
feel sorry for the people in the
Summer Wells
UK
is
who live
dead.
around him.
Right?
I just
Listen,
don't
Summer
like
Wells
that.
is dead. She was chucked in the back of a wood chipper.
In your country, right?
No, in America. Over in America.
Okay.
By who? By who? What, you're afraid now to say yourself?
Situation,
I
bro.
can't say the criminal mastermind behind it or I'll be killed. Everyone knows it was
great.
mafia
You
boss.
gotta put masturbate out there.
Makes you wonder. You got to open your camera and let me see who you are.
You want to see who I? You see who I am? I'm real. You know
Okay,
I'm doing
sweetie.
your channel.
Yeah, I know. I got to keep the
What
freaking
the-
animal covered up right here.
Yeah, you do because this is that the police. If you phone the police on me,
You'll screaming in the
listen,
background.
Where is Summer Wells? Where is she?
It makes me wonder. Did you
You're
click
supposed
on
to be
YouTube?
investigators here, but you don't know jack shit.
We know one thing. We know you're full of shit.
Who fucking released the zoo?
That's no doubt in my mind.
Okay, well, if I'm full of shit, right, and if you don't believe my confession, but you've got every right to your own opinion, right?
Okay,
then
why don't you tell me in America, where did you get her? What state did you get her out of?
I
Come
don't
on.
need to tell you that.
Answer questions. Which
We
state
all
did
know.
you get her from?
Michigan.
No, you didn't.
Michigan. You ever been to Michigan, dude?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm only fucking with you. South Dakota, obviously.
South Dakota.
Who did you get it from?
That's all to me.
Yeah, who'd you get her from?
The Fowler?
A Fowler?
No, the Fowler.
The seller?
The Fowler took her to work that day, and then I was obviously waiting there. She was hid under a bag of cement. I fucking fired up the wood chipper, and then, it's like tomato sauce. If you shake it without the lid on top, it just sort of goes everywhere. Like, I had to buy a new shirt.
Hey,
One of the
dude,
most stressful days of my life.
can't you try to speak more, English so we can understand what you're saying?
Yeah, it's kind of a little.
Right now, you sound like you got your mouth full of shit.
Listen. Somerville is dead, and no matter what we achieve in this conversation, there's
Why
never
don't you
gonna
tell us?
be
Why don't you tell us where you got her from? Who gave her to you to do what you say you done?
Right, okay, I'm going to give you some truth, and honestly, it's been building up on me for ages. So when Benny Keys went over to see the parents,
Yes.
Benny Keys didn't go.
Benny
overseas,
Keys
dude.
has connections. They hid the kid over at one of the neighbours' houses. I drove off with Benny Keys, and then we put the kid in a wood chipper. And honestly, it's given me PTSD ever since.
What neighbor?
You said Benny Keys, right?
Benny
That's
Keys.
What neighbor?
Dude, you're wrong. Benny Keys.
I'm not
never been
wrong.
overseas.
Benny Keys is a very disgusting human being. You don't know him like I know him. I've met him on social
Okay,
media.
well,
He's-
what neighbor are you talking of?
And listen, buddy, here's what I got to tell you. Benny Keys didn't even know the Wells until after their daughter
It's
went
one-
missing.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm aware
he
of
was
that.
in
And you
other
do realise
crimes,
it's so
right?
easy to convince the media of something.
Kurgan, he was in other crimes,
He
right?
was head at our neighbour house for like 2 months until
Dude,
Benny
you're,
Keys
you're talking shit.
got out there. I'm not talking shit.
You're trying to get
I'm talking
involved.
shit.
No.
Where's your evidence?
So
Sure.
how-
My evidence-
You're not
my
even willing
evidence
to
is a lot of
investigate
people
this?
on
These are
YouTube
medical
that
journalists.
Actually, prove evidence. No,
Benny
you're
Keys.
lying.
Have you looked at Benny Keys?
No, he did wrong.
I'm
Watch
not lying.
this, all his videos. Watch
No,
all
Benny
his
Keys
videos. He
killed
did wrong.
Summer Wells.
Come on.
did you say you got her in a package
Lie.
of cement?
I can't listen to that. That's just crazy right there.
Was that me?
Oh, you're throwing your gang signs. You are really one sick puppy. If you don't keep your camera open, I don't bring you on panel.
Daisy, if you have so many questions for this guy, why don't you come up and talk to him, huh? Why don't you take the link and come up and talk to him?
I'm going to be honest, right?
If you want to come up and talk to him, you're more than welcome.
I mean, you're saying when you got her, she was in a bag of concrete?
Yeah, an empty bag of concrete, yeah, with some powder.
Did you know you were
the
getting?
dog path, but that would be a run path.
No, I was
Watch
just
the
told that it was a parcel.
Okay, did you know you were getting her?
No, I thought it was wood. I thought it was just wood, and we were sticking it in the wood chipper. And then all
So you get her body and you decided to chip away at it and eat it?
No, we took it down to a pig farm, and we just fed it to the pigs.
To what?
Fed them to the pigs. Like the remains, they're all fed.
I have to see you, Daisy.
Okay.
This guy.
AK.
I can tell you what car we were driving that night.
His last name is Davison.
Do you have any of the remains left?
I told Candace about it. She might be listening in.
No, she needs to get her ass over here. That's her daughter.
Well, Candace is a failure herself. She knows about it.
Do you have any of the remains left?
You say Candace knows about it?
Yeah, yes, actually. Actually, right?
How does Candace know about it?
Candace was one of the people who arranged it, of course.
What about Donald?
Donald was in on it as well. He used to sell drugs.
What about
They
Grandma?
have serious connections. They were the ones that made her disappear.
Why did you do that?
They did it for fame and for money and attention. And now they've got it and they don't want it anymore. They're hiding it. You can see it. If you look at them during the interviews, they don't want it anymore. They've made a big mistake and they realise that now.
This guy is crazy.
Do you have any of the remains left?
I don't
I wish
personally,
somebody could get a hold of
but I
Benny.
know the parents
Bring him
have
up here.
the remains because they like to visit
Hold
the spot
Benny.
where the wood chipper
Hold
was
Benny.
in the woods.
There's a man on panel implicating him.
Hey, there's no way to don't work.
Yeah, they
Will
like
you
to
let
go out
somebody
to
have
the
those
spot
remains?
where the wood chipper was.
Candace, if you're in the chat, let us know.
Yeah.
Why are
Hey,
you
don't work.
get out?
Why are you confessing now to all of this?
Because honestly, when this first happened, you know, I was young, I was hurt. I was threatened to stay silent or I will be killed. And I've sort of woken up now.
Killed by who?
How long ago did it happen?
I'm
Do I
sorry,
think it's killed by you?
I apologize, excuse me, what? Sorry, I spilled my coffee.
Who were you afraid you were going to get killed or threatened by?
Kenny.
I've not heard everything he said. I just came in the chat, so I don't know what all he said.
Can
Candace.
everybody listen, can everybody be quiet and let Miss Daisy talk to this guy a second?
Hey, what? I didn't hear everything he said. I just came in. I don't know what he's saying. Is he saying he has baby Summer or what?
No, he said that they have destroyed her. That Candace was in on it. He said that Benny Keys was in on it. He said that something about when they passed her off to him, she was under a bag of cement. Had been put under a bag of cement.
Cement, concrete, like, hold on.
Candace, if you're in here, won't you come up and tell this guy how you feel? I don't know if she will, but I told her that there was somebody coming up here.
Yeah.
But Benny didn't know Candace before all this, and he's obviously, I don't know what he's saying.
He did know each other. Content creator.
How did you meet Benny Keys?
Right, well, I met Benny Keys on 4chan. I didn't know of him before I met him. You know, I just hit him up because he likes to leave a lot of messages ranting about his toxic community. And yeah, since then, we've been talking. And he said a lot of incriminating information. Apparently, he was getting paid at some point by a company. And then they were scripting content about summer wells.
And how do you know Don and Candace had anything to do with this?
Due to community, local rumours in the community, and due to Benny Keys as well.
Yeah, why don't you start at the beginning and tell the story of what happened?
Listen, I'm not going to repeat myself over and over again, but
I'm not asking you to repeat yourself.
Summer wells was hid for a couple of months. They got in contact with Benny Keys, and then from there, they took her to a spot in the woods where the wood chipper was and destroyed the evidence.
That's true. If that's true, then how did you get to eat her?
I was just joking about eating her. I did not put her on the barbecue.
Okay,
Not anything to take
but you wasn't joking about, helping to destroy her.
I never said I was involved in it. I just said I know about it. Woman on cameras died.
I don't think this is very funny. I think this is sick and sadistic, and then this is what should happen right now. PG, you need to call Hawkins County Police right now, call TBI, and have this motherfucker talk to him.
You know,
Absolutely.
who
Because this is sick. This is sick. This is a 5-year-old little girl who has been abused
Okay,
and neglected, and this is fucking sick. So listen, I don't take these fucking pranks lightly.
you know what, Justin? Go ahead and call him. Go ahead
I
and call
don't take these fucking pranks lightly. This is a human being.
But if you know, less
I don't give a
prank, then
fuck
you
what
do
you
like
say,
a reason
dude.
police
This
talk.
is a
You're calling
human
the police over a
being.
joke.
Justin.
No,
call,
this is not a fucking joke. This is a 5-year-old baby.
call
We search our asses off every fucking day.
Yes, we do.
So you can either get fucked, or we can call right now, you son of a bitch.
I mean, call him.
Okay, good. Go ahead and call him. Someone call him.
You have to.
I can't. I'm in the store.
Hey, freak! You got to open your camera. You got to keep your camera.
I've put my camera on charge.
Well, you got to keep
Bluetooth
it.
camera.
If you ain't going to show yourself, I'm going to kick you.
I would
Where are you
entertain this
from?
2 minutes. I
This
can
is
get my
sick.
other camera up, but you
This
can
is
give me a bit.
on sick.
Minute.
I don't know
Yeah,
how a
I'm-
human being
I'm
can
from
do
Alabama.
this.
You don't sound like you're from Alabama.
No, you sound like you're from the pits of hell. I don't know how a human being can actually act like this.
I've
Get
been around the
fucked.
place.
Get fucked. Really.
You get
You're
fucked.
sick.
You
Yeah.
sound like you like getting fucked up ass anyway, bitch.
Yeah, pretty much. But I can tell you one thing. I do not talk
Bro, can I come
or
over?
behave or anything like you. No, you can't.
Can I come over, please? Nah, listen.
Why would you
Well,
come? Why would you come up here and make a mockery out of a little 5-year-old girl's case? Why would you come up here and say you have a confession?
Listen. I just said I put her on the barbecue. It was a joke.
What
That's
did
not a joke.
no?
What's
You
the
didn't.
joke about that?
You
I
didn't
mean,
just
the
say
joke
that you
is
put her
you're getting a
on
nice
barbecue.
barbecue on the go. Come on, Summer Wellington.
Oh,
Like, come on,
fuck
Beach
off,
Wellington. That's
Fuck
content. That's funny.
Buddy, if you listen, you might not live in the United States, but make no mistake, TBI is going to be on your ass. For
Absolutely.
sitting up here and saying shit like that.
No, he came
I
up
mean-
Dave, and he said he had a confession to make, and he said that he actually killed her.
Wow.
Right.
And then put her on the barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, put her,
And said he's
put
been
her-
eating her. Yeah, he was eating something in it, and he kept showing something in the background of his house. I've got it all on recording.
Yeah,
What?
okay,
Said it
I
was summer.
I was eating some pork, right?
You said you were eating summer.
If you,
Yeah,
if
he did.
you know where Summer's at, how did you get her? How did you get Summer?
Are you trying to pin a murder on me right now?
Yeah, no, you're the one
Yeah,
who
you're
have
the
to
one.
make a confession, not us. Don't try to backtrack after you come up here and make a confession. Either you did something or you
I
didn't.
get to know disclosure and all, but like, come on, this is twisted, even for content creation.
I think we can all agree that we've all dealt with a million of these throughout all this time in person, you know, here locally and otherwise.
Wait a minute. So, Mr. Muller of Somerville's up here.
No, do you understand, even though you're having a good time and you think this is fun and you're doing it for creator, for whoever, yourself, it doesn't matter. Do you understand that Summer's real and she has real brothers out here?
I mean, if anything, right, I'm just going to break the non-disclosure act. So you can pay me or not, right? But like, this is sick what you are doing for content, trying to get people to confess to Somerville's murder. I'd like paid $50 to come up here and read a script, and I read it.
Why are
Because we're looking for a British person specifically to make the Beef Wellington joke. Do you think that's funny?
I'm
That's
going
not
to
a
tell you,
joke.
let me tell you, hey, Jay-Z, I'm going to tell you something, dude. I'm going to tell you something about you. You've been trolling these channels. I've seen you before.
Yes, I
Matter of
have
fact,
too.
you came into my panel one night and you knew everything about Summer Wells' case. Then you went over to Jinky's channel and you sat there and act like you didn't know a damn thing about Summer Wells' case.
Ooh, shiver me timbers.
And now you're back up here saying that you have to make a confession and you're all back on knowing everything about what went down with this little girl. What is your fucking malfunction, dude? I just want to know.
I apologize. I have autism, and I sometimes have difficulties socializing, and this is just one of the mistakes I made because of my autism.
Right.
I think you know exactly what you're doing.
I think you do too, and I don't think you have any fucking or anything.
I mean, I do have an idea of one thing. I'm causing controversy.
I think you're just a fucking jerk. I think you're a fucking
Yeah.
ass.
Okay, right. So if you're
Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
of
yeah,
then why are you allowing
You
me?
need to go to a
say
fucking
this? Why are you
dinner.
allowing me to have a point if you're not offended by the situation?
And you need to
You know
go
it's fine
to
well
a head doctor
me.
and get your fucking brain checked, dude.
Yeah, but you know as fine well as me that this is all for entertainment, and that's the reason you still got me up here right now.
Payment to a lot of people, dude. It's not funny.
I still got you up here, you dickhead, because we got people wanting to speak to you because you have been playing games about, and the reason you're still up here is
Okay, yeah. No. I truly shit out
and
of
then I
channels.
seen you,
Yes.
I seen you on another channel right after that, acting like you knew nothing, and that was very, that was a red flag to me.
Right.
He's been doing this for months, Prayer Garden. I've heard him before up on my panel.
That's not true. I've not been doing this for months.
Bad.
I've only been doing this for about 2 weeks, and I've only been on about 4 streams. So get your facts right before you say
No,
that shit.
you've been on my panel months ago.
Months?
Just acted
who are
like
you?
you were somebody else. I'm Daisy from Critters. We don't
There's
listen to
no
that.
data there that he can be linked to it easily by feds. There's no need to feed him anymore. Feed the drama on Summer's name and him protecting.
I'm going to tell you what, I just kicked that son of a bitch. I'm not going to tolerate his ass any longer.